So, I've been shopping at some thrift stores, as you do, and the outfits are not quite right, so let's make them better. Hello, it's Icy. I am back in my own personal timeline. It has actually been something like 6 weeks since I've last recorded, done any sort of sewing thing. Any sort of sewing at all, actually. So let's get back into the swing of things. I've had house guests and other sorts of stuff on, and it's been, honestly, absolutely freezing in this room. I am wearing, right now, 3 jumpers, and I am really cold. So we're going to be as fast as we can, and then we see how we go. That's right, thrift store shopping is wonderful, amazing. I love it. You can get some amazing stuff. I obviously have an eye for the black things in the shop. So let me show you some things that I've picked up. And this is admittedly over several months. 6 months? Maybe a while. You know, maybe things sit there for a bit before I get around to actually sorting them out. Obviously, when you go shopping in a thrift store, you take whatever sizes they've got, and you need to adjust them for you and your body type. To be honest, when you go to a regular store and buy things off the rack, you probably need to adjust them for your body type. If you are a person who does not, you are lucky, but I would even bet that even if your body type is really, really standard, there will be different styles, different cuts that just don't quite work. So this video is really about things you can do to make your clothes look better on you. And often these are changes of centimeters, and then suddenly it goes from into wow. So let me show you the 3 things that we've got. Maybe you've got them too. That would be very unusual. Okay, so I'll also intersperse this. I think I'll try and do this with some try-ons so you can actually see what they look like, but most of them are long. You need like a long shot. So we have a striped stretch, very 2000s, little 3/4 length top. I love it. It looks great. But yeah, you'll see when I show you. How very 2000s this is. And I have to say, it is so my vibe. Okay, so a couple of things. One is just simply, you might have noticed the bottom snap, their snaps weirdly, has just come off. Do actually have the snap. I just need to, take this bit off, sew it back on. Now, the other thing you would have seen is it's too big. I don't want to say it doesn't fit because it's correct across the shoulders. It's a little too short on the waist length, just a teeny bit, but that's not something I can really fix. However, it does need to be taken in. So all my current plan is, and these are straight long seams at the back, I'm just going to nip the seams in at the back. I'll put more emphasis on the waist because it's got to go back out over my butt. But this is obviously something that anybody can do. This one's really easy. Now you can also take it in obviously at the sides. It depends on you. For me, I'll start at the back because that's where I like things to scoop in and then over the butt. It is slightly more flattering, but we'll try on the sides as well. Now, I do want to say, all of these are being tried over all of the jumpers, which are like fitted jumpers, but still, it's way too cold to try and do this in like lighter clothing in here. So we're just FYI, these are over jumpers. Now, number 2 is this, just switching things around. Oh, shirt, $6. This one, $10. So this is a inside out. Here we go. Long, never been worn, still has like the original tags. This was $10, and this is a full length winter dress. So it's 2-part. It's got sort of stretch t-shirty ribbed fabric on the top, and then this gorgeous full length maroon tencel skirt, jean style. You can sort of see we've got, you know, sort of jean style pockets with the rivets on the bottom. Now, let me show you what it looks like. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with this one at the moment. The waistline is wrong for me. It's sort of, the waistline is like too high, and I find often I get this as a problem. So I could chop the top off and drop it and put a fresh waistline on, like my own separate waistband. I could just nip it in more and give it a bit more shape at the back or at the sides. The sides is probably the vibe on this one. Hang on, let me just check. We have, yeah, we have side seams on the shirt section as well. I mean, we do have, we've got like seams at the back 3/4, so I could dart those instead. I could add darts perhaps in the back of the t-shirty type fabric, which would also be okay. Okay, so we're gonna try that on, or like go back to this one and then do some experiments to see how we go. This is a Jackie E dress in a size 14. Yeah, brand new, $170 brand new, never been worn. Okay. I honestly just bought it mostly for the skirt fabric because I thought that was really nice, and then I could totally do something with that. So, sorry, the brand of this one, I've never heard of it. I'm not sure it exists anymore. Who knows? I could Google it. This was Oliver Fashion. And it says it's 3XL, which seems unlikely. I'm an XL at the best of times. So that youth brand, so where it says the XXL is not really, it just means it's like, I would say that was a 16 probably. 16 Australian, different sizes in the world have different things. Now, this one is amazing. Let me show you. So this is basically a lace, I don't want to say overdress because it's not actually enough for a dress. It's sort of just like a lace overlay that you could wear over other things, including I think pants will look great. But yeah, skirts, like a flowing dress, something just to add structure, texture, fanciness. Now, to be fair, I originally bought this with the view that I would cut the bottom section off and use it to cover a lamp. And then I'm like, well, do I? Or is it actually too cool to do that? Will I ever wear this anywhere? The odds are bad. The odds are really bad that I will actually put this on my body and wear it out anywhere. But maybe I don't care because it was also $10 and it's kind of glorious. And I think I kind of love it. Now, this one is surprisingly big, actually. So this says it's a Carolyn Morgan, size 14. Weirdly enough, I actually own a Carolyn Morgan, just a stretch fabric skirt, like a rib stretch skirt, and I wear it continually, all of the time, and I love it. So it was very odd to run across something else by them. So yeah, so I think I'm going to need to take in all the way under the arms and down the sides, and then also I think I need to change the way it sits across the hips. Like This one I think will need a bit more fiddling, and we'll see. So there we go. We have 3 different outfits we're going to change. One, I think, by very little, and then 2 maybe by a lot. And I don't know which of the 2 long ones is going to change the most. But I think we'll start with the easiest one. So let's see how we go. Okay, so I have this on inside out, which will make it easier to pin, though it's going to be quite difficult no matter what, because obviously there's not a lot of fabric. Also, I don't have it done up properly. We'll see how it goes. So I think the main, if I hold that there, the main thing is too wide, like a lot too wide here. So I think the first step is just to pin like some of this volume out under the arms as well, and just sort of take it to, I don't know, just kind of follow the seam, but take it in quite a bit, sew it, try it on again, and see how it looks. Or I'll just sew it, because the pinning I think is a bit tricky. Let's see. Okay, a bit better, but I need more. Still, right now, what's happening is this making my boobs look weirdly giant, in a not great, in a giant in a droopy way, which is not great. That's not what we want. So no, so we need more. So looking at this, this is maybe too tight here, but I haven't trimmed off the excess, which I won't do until everything's sorted. And obviously I'm still wearing a couple of jumpers here. I didn't take any out the volume here because I would have had to unpick the cuff and redo that. I think that's worthwhile. So I will do that, but for the moment we're just quickly sewing things together to see what the vibe is. Now, so I have it right way round, so the extra fabric is inside. So, oh gosh. This is trust me when I say this will hopefully look good in the end, but right now, okay, so what I need to do is I just basically took in the same amount through here, so about 3 centimeters down. Obviously that's not enough, so what I need to do is actually take this and cut this underarm point in further, probably by another 3 centimeters, honestly. Same on either side. You can see how far out that kicks. Also, this is in sort of like it is in a trapezoid vibe, which is not great for me, so we're going to take that in too. So what I'm going to do is take this in here on the sides. We're going to take it into at least, hopefully take it into the waist, and then I'm going to experiment after that. We're going to experiment with like changing how the tail sits, and then we see how this looks after that. I mean, the thing is, if this ultimately looks just wildly bad the whole time, hey, I'll use this for furnishing instead. It's fine. It costs $10. It's okay. It's no problem. We'll cover some lamps with it instead. It's no problem. But let's try this and see. All right, I think we're nearly there. So taking in more, tried to like remove some of the triangleness, so it's actually more fitted through here, which I think is good. I don't want to take too much out, like I could make it more fitted over the hips, but I think that could be too far. But still getting the mono boob, which is, I mean, maybe that's just because I'm wearing so many jumpers. It could just be that, but it's still, I mean, it's not, it's better. It's better. It's better. It's better. Okay, but also, we got some nice hip flare going on, which is good. That's what we want. So what I need to decide, and this is a no going back step, is do I want to cut off the extra? Because if I cut off the extra, then I can use it for the aforementioned lamp covering. But I'll lose the volume. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here. And then we see how it goes. But in general, I think it's okay. It needs a couple more tweaks. Obviously, I need to cut out the extra fabric. I maybe need to cut this in just a teeny bit more. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I think this is coming along nicely, and I'll be interested to see what the final look of this is. I'm going really slowly on this project. That's fine. Okay, so we're on to the final garment. So this is a Jackie E dress, never been worn, a sort of size 14 Australian, fits okay. If I had paid the full price for it, I would not have bought it. The color's great, love the color, but the cut is not the best on me. It is, interestingly, very Regency, like, just from where it hits, where it sits, like, apart from the fabrics, would not look out of place in Regency England. Just saying, but that is not my vibe, and I wouldn't wear it in this cut. So let's think about what we can do with it. So obviously this is very short, so I am not adverse to a bolero, certainly. So I could just chop the top off and turn it into like a little bolero, and I might still do that, because I am definitely thinking I don't want to leave it as a dress. I don't think I will wear it as a dress, though. What if I took the sleeves off? I still think I wouldn't. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, that's fine. I will think. So options are, okay, maybe I just make it a sleeveless dress. I think I would need to actually sew this down, because it does, like, even though there's plenty of room, it is doing like a pull here at the buttons, which is why I'm not down for basically having like a dress that buttons all the way through anyway. So, but that would be fine. I don't think if I button that, I think I can still take it on and off, sew it. I can still take it on and off, which is fine. So the general fit is okay. I would, if I left it how it is, I would probably need to take in like just a teeny bit, probably just nip in here at the actual true waist, just like a centimetre on each of those backside seams there. That would actually just have it hit a little bit better. But what I think is, if I can stump all the way over here, I don't know if this works. I think if I do that, just imagining the skirt, I don't know if that's even visible. Whatever. If I turn the cut, it's quite A-line right now. So if I turn the cut more into a trumpet shape, it does actually look better. So what I'm thinking about is basically sewing the seams into more of a trumpet style. So that would basically involve the two, probably not the side seams, but the front, the sort of the two front seams and the back seams, sewing those in, taking those in. if I was going to turn it into a skirt, then I would actually take off all of the buttons at the front. I would just basically fold that over, sew it down. So just make the whole thing and then just add a zipper at the back instead. Because I don't like how it is right now. I've got these two little weird little tiny pockets here as well. They're at a really awkward spot. I mean, if I take this off, I can probably drop where the actual skirt sits a little bit, but because of its cut and how, like, there's a little bit of room here, but it's probably not a great deal, so I don't know how far it would go down my hips. So they are riveted on, but I'm assuming I could wedge those off and then just unpick them. That's probably fine. The other thing this skirt does not have is any real pockets at all, so I do need to make some pockets somewhere. So if I took out some triangles of fabric at the bottom, basically, to make this more trumpet shaped, and then use that extra fabric to sort of turn that into pockets, like proper inseam pockets, I think that would be better. Or actually, probably butt pockets, honestly. Probably patch pockets on the butt, I think might be a more useful option, because I think side ones probably won't work, because this will be a quite fitted skirt around the top at the end, I think. Anyway, I think that's my first option. Second option is to like literally just take the entire fabric and then just like make a vest. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. That's actually a big project rather than a small project. So I think what I'll try is I'll try taking it in. I can just sew it basically without like cutting any of the fabric. Check it's going to look okay. If it's going to be fine, it's fine. If not, well, maybe this gets me to another project. But let's have a go at that, shall we? So I think the first step is like, yeah, I have to have a think about whether I want to just take the sleeves off and make it like a summer dress instead of a winter dress, or if I want to turn it into a skirt. So let's have a think. So I've actually completely changed my mind about the skirt. So we chopped the sleeves off to see how it went. That didn't look great. Chopped the top off, put the skirt on as a skirt. Undid the buttons and then draped it and went, oh, but what if I made a jacket instead? Because this, we got drape, we got elegance, we've got a great color. I don't own a jacket in this color. We've got a decent amount of fabric. Like enough, certainly enough, especially if I don't know, I think we're going to make a jacket. So anyway, this bit, we move that onto another video at some point. So I guess that means we're ready for the reveal of the other two pieces I did. Two out of three isn't bad. So I finished the two thrift adjustments. They're not flips, they're fittings. So the two thrift fittings are done. This, honestly, so me shirt. Oh God, I love this shirt. It's just, I mean, could it be better? It could not be more me than if I had literally gone into an expensive shop and said, please make a shirt for Icy that is so her. Anyway, I love this shirt. I love it. It is going to go into, I don't want to say regular rotation, because a shirt that requires ironing does not go into a regular rotation. However, I shall be wearing it as much as my routine allows. And the very, very fancy lace overdress thingy, which I've put here. I love it. There's no way I would have spent actual money on it, but $10 and then, a little bit of adjustment, and I've got something that just looks wonderful. Will I ever wear it out of the house? Ever, ever, ever? The odds of me going anywhere fancy enough to justify that is honestly zero. However, it does give this fascinating sort of Victorian vibe, especially over a full skirt. So maybe there's an opportunity for me to wear it as part of the Victorian kind of costume thingy that I've got going on as well. That's a possibility. However, this, love it. So, and the other one definitely is going to get turned into a jacket. So do look out for a future video where I actually do a thrift flip as opposed to a thrift fit. But thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. I appreciate it mightily. Do come follow me over on socials, mostly at Threads at the moment, and I would love to see you there. That would be awesome. Thank you for watching. If you haven't followed me here, please do hit that subscribe button. It is very much appreciated. Videos approximately every 2 weeks or thereabouts, with the occasional 3-week gap every so often. But thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.